Basically my whole life I've been struggling with like intense OCD, a lot of guilt, like all centered around germs. And so I would just wash weird things and like I couldn't even control it. Like I didn't really know what was going on. I just felt like these like crazy urges that I needed to like wash things, and places I couldn't go, I couldn't touch. Like I lived in, I don't know, I felt like these little like tunnels and pathways of like how I would move and what I would do. But I just remember being like, God, I can't do this anymore. Like I've been doing this for so long and I'm used to this, but like I don't want to do it anymore, and I don't feel like I have to. Like I know that like there's something. I remember like calling my mom like at a lunch break during work and just like crying and being like, Mom, like this can't be God's plan for my life. Like this can't be the way that I have to live my life. Like fast forward a couple months to the Past Daughters Conference. It was like the very, very last session, and had done kind of like this call for healing at the end. Like in that moment, I was like, okay, like God's like coming to me here, like he's fighting for me and he's asking me to like move right now. And so like I moved to the center of the aisle and I was sitting there like crying at Daughters, feeling like God's like trying to do something, but at the same time, I was just like, I don't have the energy for this right now. And so I remember leaving Daughters feeling like, okay, God's fighting for me. Like this is like what I've been praying for. This is like what I've been asking for. But I was just like, I was really, really scared to like take that step. So I called Kristen Matheny and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. And she told me about this little thing that they had actually done with the kids during Daughters, and it was to just like write down your biggest fears and then sit there and like ask God what he says about those fears. So I got home that night and I was like, okay, I'm gonna write down my fear. And I wrote it just like in one color pen. I just wrote down really big like OCD and germs. And I just started writing down these questions of like, what if I can't do it? Like what if I try to get over this, God, and I just make it worse? Or like, what if I'm really strong for a moment and like I do all these things and then like I shut down and I panic and I can't, you know, like get any further. Like I couldn't even write fast enough. Like God just kept like saying things to me, and it was like this theme of like, what if I can't? Like I can, you know what I mean? Like what if I fail? Like, and he's like, I won't fail you. And I'm like, what if I make it worse? And he's like, then I'll be there like for you like then too. Like it was just like repeatedly, he just kept being like, you don't have to do it. Like I will be there. Like just trust me and like enough to act. And what I realize now is like the bigger act of faith like isn't just sitting there expecting God to do all of the work. Like he can and he will, but like in this case, like in my life, he wanted me to act in obedience to that, and he wanted me to be a part of the miracle. Like he knew how much more that miracle would mean to me and how much stronger my faith would grow and how much like more of an impact that it would have and that I could have in the future if like I just acted that obedience to him. I knew like from the times that I had been in therapy and like trying to conquer this in the past that like one of the only ways you can really get through like this germ OCD is to just like touch the things you're afraid of. Like you just have to do it. And like it's just that like getting over the hump of that's like the hardest part. And that's like usually where like we all get stuck and we're just sitting there because it's like we fear that moment where we have to get through it. I just started to get like this like feeling. I started writing like, Anna, like don't even like don't let there be a second of doubt. Like it's that split second of doubt that like paralyzes you and has kept you from moving forward. Like it's just that moment of fear. I was like, so just literally get up. Like get up, just start, just move, and like just, and I don't know like what happened. Like I know that it wasn't of me because I've been trying to do it for years and couldn't do it. But it was just like suddenly like something just propelled me off my bed and I just started running through my apartment. But I was just like touching everything, and like it sounds weird like to like understand, but like there were areas that I hadn't gone in my apartment, like corners I hadn't touched. Like I steer myself around this chair that for some reason I couldn't sit in, and like I just like suddenly I just started touching it all, and I just started running around, and I was like this and this and this, and like, and probably by like the 7th or 8th time around my apartment, like I just had the like literal biggest smile on my face, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what just happened? Like I wasn't freaking out, you know, like the only thing in my heart was joy and like just like so much freedom. All these walls that I have lived my life in were just gone. Now it's like I don't want to tell people about God because I feel like I have to, or because that's what God says I should do. Like I just want people to know about God because like it's just so true and it's so real, and I just like that's something I know that I'm gonna like hold on to forever.